Yeah.
Do you want a glass of water or anything? If you want to stop, just let me know. I imagine
Okay.
it's
Okay.
all right. Okay, so you got to the place where you've just been taken to some building.
Yeah, I
And
was taken to a building. I don't know what it is. I don't know what am I. Suddenly the car stopped. They pushed me forced. No, they took me forcefully from the car, and I went through one door. I remember it. Uh, I remember I took 20 steps, stair steps underground, down.
underground,
Yeah,
downstairs. You're still
yeah,
blindfolded.
yeah. I was blindfolded, so at that time, I know. I started to count the steps. I know they were kidnapping me, and I was shocked, and I couldn't respond, and I was, I couldn't do anything. But I started to count the steps. It
So the
was
kind
20
of
steps.
step,
Yeah,
20 steps
20
downstairs.
steps. Yeah, it was two stairs, 10 to 10. Underground.
Yeah, two levels, 10
Yeah,
steps and then
yeah.
10 steps. You
And
couldn't
then
see anything at this
no,
time. Could
I
you see?
was blindfolded. I was
Mm.
blindfolded. That moment, at the last step, the guy who was pushing me on my behind told the others underground to say salam, here the greetings in Islam. And I, responded in a human way. I said wa alaikum salam, but this was a mistake. When when they asked them to tell me salam, he was asking them to beat me, all of them to beat me. Many people, I cannot count them, but I was underground and I was being beaten for hours. They couldn't
Non-stop.
stop. Yeah, I lost conscious few times. I was being beaten. I don't know.
As soon as you
I
made it,
cannot tell. I cannot tell. But I was being beaten. I think with the back of the guns. I don't know. I believe this. They was really beating me with the steels, with wooden sticks, with their hands, with their boots, and they were. I couldn't even take my breath. I lost conscious many times, but the last time I was conscious, I couldn't stand. I felt underground. They were hitting me. I couldn't respond even. It lasted for hours. I couldn't do that time. But one guy. Actually, when I came in, they took my shoes off. Actually, one guy. After I was underground, I was on the ground. He came and I felt he was putting a pillow under my head. Later, I realized this was my shoes. He put my shoes under my head, and it was. I cannot tell. I've been this for hours, and after that,
so could you hear any other prisoners at this stage? You were just in a room on your own, do you
I was
think?
on my own. I couldn't
Mm.
hear no one. I wasn't. I couldn't even tell what kind of building I was in. I
Mm.
remember I could feel that I was in, it was a rubber floor. I think even when I yell, there's no echoes, so no one can hear me. I think there was some kind of sound, you know, sound. I don't know,
Mm.
sound can't go through, but there was no echo. Whenever I yell, I feel my own voice to me, and they were hitting me everywhere they can.
I
After
can't
that,
I can't even begin to imagine what that must be like. I mean, when you're being beaten that much, do you feel a lot of pain, or do you get to a point where you're not feeling pain anymore?
I was feeling pain, but I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I can't do nothing to stop it. Sometimes when you feel pain, let's say you feel pain in your other hand, so you take your right hand and you try to make it, to make it better. But when you cannot do nothing, still the pain stays.
And
Uh,
and it was all over your body.
yeah. And
And
actually,
what?
I was yelling at them. I was yelling at them about my chest. Please don't beat me in my chest. And they whenever I tell them,
They would.
they'll hit me more. Yeah. I was telling them that I do have metals in my chest, and they were not. I don't know. I can't say it, but They were not humans, you know.
It's awful. It's just awful. I know this is going to get worse as well.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know
So
where am I.
you've been there for hours. You don't know how long,
And I
and
cannot remember. I cannot remember. Let's say I divide this way. For the 31 days I was being held underground, I could divide it this way.
yeah.
The worst period was the first 11 days, and
Mm,
the worst of the worst was the first 3 days.
mm,
I cannot tell exact the time. Maybe the 3 days is 4 days. I don't know. I cannot tell. But I divided this way.
mm.
30 days, 31 days I was detained. 11 days was the worst. All the time I being tortured, all the time, but in different levels. The first 11 days was the worst 11 days, and the worst of the worst was the first 3 days, where I couldn't even sleep. They would make me stand for long hours. Many people walked around and they come hit me for no reason, not even for information. That's what I said to the media. I do believe very strongly that they were torturing us for self-satisfaction, not information.
So did they ask you anything? Did they ask you any questions to give you any information, or did they just come and hit you and?
Yeah, I was integrated many times. They accused of many things. The first funny accusation they did, and the guy told me that he was smuggling guns to Bahrainis protesters. I said they were peaceful, and if I was about to smuggle guns and to give to them, do I do it in the airport or? It's very stupid accusations, and they tried to link me to Iran, and they tried to link me to Lebanon. They tried to link me to many things, and I denied all of these, but I cannot deny them to them. But they put too many stories up to me, and
Did they know who you are? Did they know anything about you that was
uh,
true?
actually no. In the first few days, no, no.
They had
But
your name,
some,
presumably.
yeah, they
Did they
had
know
my
your
name.
name? They had
No,
your name.
no, no. They don't have much information about me. But whenever
Did they
they
know?
ask me a question, whenever they ask me a question, I'll answer honestly. When they say, "What are you doing in Bahrain?" I say that I am visiting my sisters, and that's what I did. What's your origin? I say my origin is from Kuwait. Where do you live in Kuwait? I say I'm not living in Kuwait. I work in Kuwait. Actually, I live in Canada, and I was responding at that time. And let me go back to the airport period.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I just was got kidnapped from these civilians, by coincidence I was speaking with my friend through phone, and I don't know.
When
I didn't hang up. I can't remember if I hang up the phone or I can't remember because they took me suddenly. But later, when I got released, my friend told me that he heard me that I was being beaten and
he
through
heard you,
phone.
he was listening on the phone and he
Yeah,
could
yeah, he
hear.
was listening. Yeah, and after I was released, he was asking me what they were accusing you of, other than swearing at you. I said, till now I don't know. To have been in the trial, I don't know.
So this is your friend in Canada. Is he in Canada? Is he in
No,
Kuwait?
actually, is my relative is in Kuwait now. Is my friend and relative? Yeah.
So okay, let's just backtrack. So you're taken to this building, you're taken underground, and you were beaten just solidly for hours.
Yeah.
And then can you remember what happened after that? Can you remember any order of events or
Yeah, I remember that beatings and torturing gradually, taking, time. I cannot even have time to sleep. Whenever I sleep, they wake me up and beat me again. Even I tried to sleep when I was standing. I couldn't. I tried to sleep. I couldn't have time to
so they
sleep.
made you stand for a long period of time?
Yeah,
Any idea how long?
for hours. I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Even this is my. I do have this problem. I can't tell times. I didn't have watch. I can't tell
Yeah,
approximately times. because in that place, I could tell you the truth. Uh, the- Sometimes when I have chance to sleep for 5 minutes, I feel this is for 5 days because I am very tired. This 5 minutes for me when I'm being tortured, it means me for like 5 days. I feel it. I
Mm.
cannot tell times. I cannot tell day and night. If you
Mm.
put me like in a normal prison, I could say this is the first of the day, this is the end of the day, this is late at night. I cannot tell these times. I cannot.
So were you blind? Did they take the blindfold off when you were at this?
Sometimes when I was in Turkey, they took it off, but most of the time, they turned me to a solitary cell. I was in a separate cell, alone. No one knew about me, and most of the time I was blindfolded. Yeah.
And what was your cell like? Was there anything in it? Was there a bed or
The light
anything?
is it has big big lights on it, and um, one bed for one person. Actually, for my size, it's small bed, and the
How,
lights always on. And
did you have a cover?
sorry,
Did you have a cover on the bed, to cover
yeah,
yourself with?
yeah. First few days, no,
First
but
you.
actually, yeah, but lately, yeah, I got the cover, but it wasn't clean. I could
Mm.
smell, it is not clean. It was very smelly.
And what if you needed to use the bathroom? Were you allowed to go to the
I have
toilet?
I have to walk to the my cell door. I have to knock. I have to turn my head to the wall. I have to raise my hand. Someone has to come at me and ask me what do you want to go. I have to tell him that I want to go to the bathroom. Sometimes I get beaten. Sometimes they push me to my bed again. Sometimes they take me to the bathroom
Mm.
for blindfolded, and I cannot imagine. I can't tell you how the bathroom is. Let's say this small toilet. Let's say three toilets beside each other, and there's no door. There's cameras. You could see. You could notice. Yeah, and there's no door. There's just only small cover. And when I just go into the bathroom, they'll ask me, finish, finish. You're taking a long time. So,
Was there any, I don't know, was there like a sink? Was there anything to wash with?
yes, there is. There was a sink,
Hmm.
yeah.
And did they feed you? Well,
Yeah,
obviously they fed you something
to,
after
to,
30.
to be honest, I told everyone about this. The only good thing when I was jailed, there was the food. They were serving, mostly vegetables, boiled vegetables, and even in the morning they give us cooked liver. And I was curious why they put out this kind of food,
Yeah,
boiled vegetables, cooked liver, and
yeah.
I came to conclusion this to cover the traces of the torturing.
Mm.
Most of the food, if you could see it, if I was a doctor, and I'm not a doctor, I could say, but if I was a doctor, I will tell this food is to re, to rebuild the cells of the body.
So you got food at least.
Yeah. And once I got an apple, they gave me an apple. No apple, they gave me an apple.
So all this time you still couldn't see, could you hear other prisoners?
Yeah, every day when I was in the cell, actually it was, if I'm not tortured, I'll have to sleep.
Mm.
They open the cell door, small. They have make small opening, this size,
Mm.
and I on the night I have to listen to all the screams, all the
Mm.
torturing voices which I've been through. But when I hear the scream of the others, my imagination goes much wider. I go much farther. Sometimes I say this is my brother, this is my friend. Because I am hearing too many voices this time.
Yeah.
Uh, and actually, I'll tell you that, to be honest, uh, I suffered a lot from torturing. I suffered a lot from. I was electrified too. But the worst experience is listening to these people being tortured. When I was being tortured, I cannot listen to myself because I am being tortured. But if you listen to someone innocent